What's up, everybody? Ryan Sickler here, and I just wanted to let you know that tickets to my fall dates of the Live and Alive tour are on sale now. Go to ryansickler.com, get your tickets to all shows. I'm coming to Austin, Dallas, La Jolla, Salt Lake City, Denver, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Madison, Portland, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and Tempe. Tickets for all shows are available right now on my website at ryansickler.com.
Hey, baby, we're gonna be here all day. We're gonna be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party.
Welcome back to the Wayback, everybody. I am Ryan Sickler, ryansickler.com, and Ryan Sickler on all your social media, and thrilled to have my guest here today on the Wayback, ladies and gentlemen, Carrot Top.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah,
Thank you,
fun,
bro.
man. I love this Wayback thing. This is cool because I'm old enough.
That's what I usually ask. I know. I usually ask. Were you old enough?
Yeah, I was old enough. We had that, and like you were saying before, like it was either the seat that no one wanted, like because most people go shotgun because they want front seat, but I don't think anyone in my family was like back seat because it was the weirdest thing, right? And that's so weird. You just see people and you kind of run out of like waving at them because they're there for like how long is the light? And you're like, hi, I'm in timeout. Sorry.
I'm in timeout.
I don't know why I'm in the back seat. Yeah, next year I'll be in the front seat, but this year, why are you in the back seat? Yeah, I felt like even the groceries made it to the second seat. I'm in the back.
What was your car? What'd you guys have?
Oh my God, we had the wagon, which was was it a Buick or something? And then I think the best thing that we ever had in my family was my dad got a pinto wagon with the wood paneling. It was green and it had wood almost like Christmas Vacation. Swear to God, dark green with the wood paneling, right? Then my mom owned a tennis shop. So my dad one day, literally, I went to school and I came back and I walk up to the house and there's another Pinto in our garage and it's white and it's a little mini one, like a coupe one.
The one that if you rear end it blows up.
It blows up.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you can't make this up.
True.
You can't make this up. And my dad bought so we had two Pintos, and then my dad put Love Tennis on the side of it from my mom's tennis store. So it was part red, white, and blue. It was great. But everyone in my neighborhood would make fun of me, like you have two Pintos. That is right there. The one right there. That's exactly it. With the rounded corks. It was green.
That was a nicer one.
Yeah.
That was the nicer.
It was loaded. It was loaded. Yeah, it was loaded. The exact one.
Which one? That lime green
the top one? Yeah, that's
this thing, right?
That's
it looks like a turtle.
That was my dad's.
Like
that was my dad's car.
That's a great one.
And then we had two of them, and like everyone would give a like, dude, you have two Pintos? Yeah, can we get like a Firebird? I always want like a Firebird.
Something you had mentioned to me while we were talking. You said you were a wrestler, which
I
could tell high school wrestling stories all day long. But first, what got you into wrestling? What was it that made you go, yeah, I'm going to try this?
I had a crush on this girl in my typing class.
Typing, bro.
Typing.
I took typing.
Dude, typing class.
You remember the home, bro?
Yeah.
ASPFJKL semicolon?
Yeah. That's the first thing you learn, right?
Typing.
Yeah. Typing.
Doesn't even
no, it doesn't even make any sense.
Sorry,
typing. So I had this crush on this girl, and she was dating the high school quarterback, and I was like, well, this isn't gonna happen probably. She's dating like the hottest guy in the class, and he's the quarterback, and he had muscles. And one day she was like, oh, I love your muscles, and she was rubbing on his arms or something. I love holding onto your muscles. And I said, I'm gonna go to the gym. And I went down to the gym and I started working out, and I was like only like 2 weeks into working out at the gym. The wrestling coach came in one time, saw me working out, and he says, you should wrestle. You're like wiry and stuff. And I said, I'm not a wrestler. He said, want to be on the wrestling team? I said, I don't know. He said, just come with me. So I started working out and going wrestling just because. And then I'm in typing class this day, and I'm typing, and she walks by and she goes, ooh. And I was like,
that was her thing.
It was it. No, it was it. I just never went back. I said, I'm going to keep.
All for a chick.
I'm going to work out and get arms just because, yeah.
That's what it took.
And they did. I said, I want her to go. I want her to grab my arms and go, that's nice. I was like, yeah.
Wrestling was an important sport for me because I was always an athlete, but I played team sports.
Right.
Wrestling was the first one where someone couldn't clean up my mistake or whatever. If you cheated, that was the one sport where they say if you cheat, you're just cheating yourself. Right. That was the one.
You're right.
And I'm like, if I don't eat right, if I don't train right, I'm nowhere.
I was in both those. I was swimming too. So swimming was the same thing. You had just your lane. You weren't competing. You wasn't anyone helping you in your kicking. And so it was just swimming was you in your own lane. Wrestling, you and against the guy. There was no team like in baseball or football. I couldn't. Yeah.
Quickest you were ever pinned.
Oh, you know what's fun about this? Never pinned.
No way.
No, and that's
impressive.
But that was I'm not making this up. That's what made the coach when he said I was wiry. He knew that I was so wiry. I weighed 110 pounds. He says, "You're perfect for wrestling." And I remember this like it was yesterday. He said, "We can always count on you not getting pinned, so we get like a point or something."
That's
so they always guaranteed
you lose the match, but you don't get the 6 for the pin.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said, "We're not going." Isn't that great? I swear to God. And I would lose every match, but I'd not get pinned, and they'd all howl and cheer and good job, and I'm like, nobody just lost. They go, you didn't get pinned though.
That's a big deal.
It's a big
not
deal.
To get pinned.
That was like a big deal.
Because what a lot of people don't know is you've got the individual matches, but at the end, that's collectively add up for the overall team. So you could win as a team.
Right? Exactly.
Oh man, our wrestling was fun. They would darken the whole gym and bring out a bell light.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like Vision Quest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It was fun. It was
fun. Cool. I had Hulk Hogan at my show a dozen times. The very first time, it's in the Hard Rock in Orlando, and there's a double-decker theater, and I'm doing the show, and it's killing. It's my hometown. I'm making all these jokes and and I hear this. I wouldn't say heckler, but what it was just some guy yelling from the balcony, and I think nothing except I'm like, I think I said, the third time I finally was like, dude, shut the, fuck up. I wrote this without you. I don't need your help. Jesus Christ, come all the way to my hometown. But it didn't take away from the show. He just kept yelling like something. So I get done, and they go, do they bring all your meet and greets back? Now I had a lot of people there because it was friends and family. My manager says to me, the guy from the balcony, he wants to come say hi. I said, fuck that guy in the balcony. He's not fucking coming back here. He goes, it's Hulk Hogan.
He was doing that.
And I said, what, Hulk Hogan's the guy that was yelling from the balcony. I'm like, fuck. So he comes back. He's like, brother. And this is 30 years ago. I mean, he's just ripped. And he's and he just so big. And I have a picture of him. And he was putting his arm, like choking me. So he's like, hey man, I was trying to help you out. Hope it was okay. I said, I wish you would have asked me beforehand because I don't in my job, I don't need help. I said, as a wrestler, maybe tap and you have someone come in and you need help. In comedy, I think I have it. And he's like, oh brother, did I go too far? I said, no, just next time, just shut the fuck up, right? So it could have been nicer. He comes to my show the next time.
That's what you said to Hulk Hogan. Good for you.
Well, I just said next time I said, just let me handle it. So then it's 2 times later, he's at the show again, and I hear this rumbling, and I just said, if it's Hulk Hogan, tell him to shut the fuck up. And the whole crowd said, it is Hulk Hogan. Came back again and said hi, and his wife back, and the kids back then. And then the third time, he came before the show. I was doing my sound check on my notes, and they said you have a visitor, and I looked up, and it was like blocking the spotlight. I looked up, and I'm like, Jesus, fucking Hulk. He's like, what's up, brother? I promise I'm not going to say a fucking word this time. I said, oh, that'd be awesome if you didn't. And he went and had dinner with his buddy, and they came back, and he sat in the thing and didn't say a word. And I said, see, it worked better that way, didn't it? But the second time, first time was fun. The second time when I said, if it's Hulk Hogan, someone tell him to shut the fuck up. And then someone yelled out, it is Hulk Hogan.
It is Hulk Hogan.
And I'm not telling him.
Right. What are you doing for vacations as a kid? Like, you're a Florida
we'd always
boy,
go to
so where do you go?
When we were kids, we'd always go up to the beach. We lived actually on the river, but we go up to like Jacksonville Beach, Fernandina, Amelia Island, and we just
driving in that way.
Yeah, we drive there and just hang. And then of course, when I got old enough to drive, I was the driver of all the kids. So I got a Volkswagen GTI. I was like the man. We drove up and played Steve Miller all day long and drove up the beach. And
I went to a Steve Miller concert, and I started a boo at a concert. I was the first boo, and the whole crowd started booing because of me. But I had
what
had
were you
enough.
booing?
I had enough of Steve Miller.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
I started a boo, dude. We're at the same place, Merriweather Post Pavilion. Steve Miller, we're going to see Steve Miller's, he's doing his hits. He hadn't fucking wrote a new song, and I got to write
take
new
the money
jokes.
and run.
The Joker. We're hearing all the same stuff, right? Abracadabra, all of them, right?
Yeah.
Some idiot, Steve Miller wasn't wrong. This guy gets up and he runs up on stage and they have to just, get him off stage. But Steve Miller then lectures the entire audience about how I'm an artist. And and we didn't do that. We know, bro. We were behaving and we were over here fucking jokering and taking the money and running. And he's just chastising us and talking down. I just had enough.
Oh, that's different.
And I said,
oh, that's different.
Boo! And the whole place started booing with me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I started to boo, bro.
God damn. He hasn't toured since probably.
He did like 2 more songs or whatever. He got the fuck out of there. But I started to boo at that concert.
That's
I was
great.
like, man, don't you talk that. We know that, dude.
Yeah.
Were you did you go to a lot of concerts growing up?
No, but I was always a concert. I mean, like I love rock and roll. I never were really. I've gone to more now but I wanted to go to. Being where we lived in Cocoa, there really wasn't a lot of the concerts we go to. Like would come to. Like Lakewood or whatever it's called, Lakeland, and they'd have every Lakeland Civic Center. They'd have every from Def Leppard to Motley Crue to Bon Jovi, all that stuff. But I never really went until I got older, and then I started playing those venues, and that's what's kind of cool. I'm like, oh, this is where I used to go see Bon Jovi, and now I'm playing. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we had a show one night in Lakeland where there's a big theater, and then there's like a little smaller theater now. I don't know. I got to be in the big theater that night, and Alabama was in the other theater.
Damn.
And we had so much fun. The parking lot, because you'd see like Carrot Top vans and pickup trucks. It was and it was just great. I said, you can definitely. There's Carrot Top. That's a fucking Alabama guy. That's a Carrot Top guy. That's a Carrot Top. That could go either way. That one.
Go either way.
It's a truck with surf racks. I'm like, that could be a Carrot Top van or Alabama. But God, we had a whole bunch of fun then. Man,
what are you doing? Are you getting in trouble at all when you're growing up? What are you doing? You go outside.
No, I never
Give me
really
a summer
got in
day
trouble.
for you. You get out. You're getting up. Are you going out
take
on the
my bike? Yep.
Yeah,
get out. Take my bike for a ride. I was always a bike guy. Our GoKart. We made a GoKart. We made my brother and I. Great. My brother and I made a skateboard ramp.
Tell me about the GoKart.
The GoKart was awesome, and it was a cool. Man. Again, my dad came in to play with this one because my dad could.
Yeah, NASA.
He built everything at our house. And I'm not making this up. Everything in our house was my dad made. I mean,
what do you mean?
Like that hutch.
Yeah.
I said, oh, you know hutch. My dad made that. Like, oh, I said, yeah. I said that TV. My dad made the whole thing. He said, seriously, everything was like this. Is my dad. Everything my dad made. Everything. I mean, if we wanted to do like bar stools and thing, he made them. So one day I'm like, Dad, you're making all this stuff. I said, could you maybe help me make a go-kart? And my dad was like, a go-kart? Like first he was like, all right. And we went and got the actual motor.
What did you get a motor from, a lawnmower or what?
It was a 2-speed probably. Probably like a lawnmower. And we got everything though. The wheels, we built the whole thing, chassis thing, and he made
and everything.
Frame in it. Yep. And then he made the whole thing wood. It looked like an F1 thing.
Oh, that's nice. He didn't just leave it in the wood.
No, painted silver, put on like a stripe, put a GT on it. No, I have a picture of me. I'm probably 6, and my dad made the whole thing from scratch.
Was it fast?
Yeah, it was. And they were building homes, and where we were in the development we were in. So what was fun about it was when they built homes in the middle of the road, there was all the dirt and all the stuff from when they're building and just the debris. So if you get as fast as you could go down the straightaway, the thing, and then turn it when you hit the sand, it would do like 5 360s. You just go, yeah. And you're just looking for a way to kill ourselves.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, from riding in the back of pickup trucks, all that stuff, I don't know how anybody gets past, or at least back then, past 16.
Yeah,
I feel like if you make it past 16, you're fucking lucky to be alive. All the dumb shit we did.
Yeah, right.
You know what? The first time I learned what a governor was from a go-kart. So I used to work at this junkyard in high school, and this druggie that worked there as well also lived on the lot. He lived in a trailer on the lot, and he built a go-kart. And I don't know what motor he took from something we had there, but this thing would go about 70, 80 miles an hour. And he would say that, and I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, I've been on it. He's like, it has a governor on it. I'm like, what's that? And he's like, it's this little piece on there that allows that disables you from going. I'm like, bullshit. And he's like, I'll show you. And he popped that thing out, and that thing looked like a goddamn rocket. It was like, down the street. I was like,
put a governor back on that thing. That's
It was crazy. Are you getting crazy on your bike or anything? You ramp to ramp jumping? You doing?
No,
any of that
yeah, we
stuff?
did all that with the bike. I was better on a bike than I was a skateboard. So
Me
I'd
too.
jump the bikes and do the thing. And
What's up, everybody? Ryan Sickler here, and I just wanted to let you know that tickets to my fall dates of the Live and Alive tour are on sale now. Go to ryansickler.com, get your tickets to all shows. I'm coming to Austin, Dallas, La Jolla, Salt Lake City, Denver, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Madison, Portland, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, and Tempe. Tickets for all shows are available right now on my website at ryansickler.com.
we lived on this big hill. It was called, it was the hill, but it was High Point. It was literally this huge hill, and right at the bottom was our house. But everyone would go flying down this, not only everything from cars to bikes, to everyone would go to this hill. And, then I get the go-kart, and I'm like pulling out of my driveway, and I'm not even looking. And I go all the way up the hill, and I come flying down. This is I'm not kidding. You ever have a moment in your life where you thought, I should have died that day? I come down, and I don't know what's behind me, and I do that little quick rip around because there was a little bit of sand. So I could do, and I flip it around, and right when I went to do it, this car goes right by me and honked, and I was like, oh my God, I would have just gone right.
It went right by you.
Right
like
into
that?
me. It would have just killed me instantly. And I've never forgotten that moment since I've been,
Did you ever get hit by a car?
No.
My cousin, he's deaf. He's been hit by 3 of them.
Oh, shit.
That's when they figured out. Yeah, you're
Jeez,
a problem.
damn, after the third
But
one.
even my point
you
is,
got to
can
stay
you
away from
see
cars.
'em?
You got to stay away from cars.
Can you see him, dude? I had a friend one time that had he had a little
Jeez.
ride mower with a cart on the back of it. We'd haul like wood and leaves and shit. And one day we used to do this thing where he lived on a hill, and it went down through a main road through the middle, and then this house lived on a hill. So he would do suicide runs on his bike.
Right.
And he got hit one time. He shit himself. It threw him out of his shoes and everything. But he was fine. He's so lucky because the car had skidded enough. But his mom told me about it later. And I was there the day they're telling me, and that's the day his dad found out. He's like, you got hit by a car? And he's like, yeah, we never told you about that.
Oh, shit.
So we're on his little tractor going down the driveway, and there's a little trailer we're pulling on it. And his sister at the time had just got this brand new car at the time, a Beretta GT. That's her car.
Oh,
and she
shit.
got this thing in this was 87 or 88. She gets this thing, and she's pulling up the driveway as we're going down in the little tractor. I'm sitting in the trailer part of it. And he's acting like he's going to go at her. But, we're first gear just going, but all of a sudden I hear something go. It literally made a sound that went ping. And he looked back at me, and I looked at him, and we just started gunning it. Whatever happened, that transmission was out. And his sister realizes we're not fucking around, opens her eyes. Now she's throwing her brand new car in reverse to go out in the main street. We go down, he takes that turn. We crash so fucking hard, dude. God. I was like, turn. I want. It was either crash or go across the street. Right. No fucking way, dude. Oh, yeah, we just made it. There's so many times we should have died. Yeah. So many. We used to jump our cars. Did you ever jump your car?
No.
We used to jump
cables. Yes, not. No. I never jumped my. Well, remember, also sitting in the back, speaking about my father. So my father smoked, as we spoke earlier, like, on a jet ski. He would smoke everywhere he'd smoke. He would not have a cigarette. So literally. So we were going to North Carolina or something for a mountain trip. And I'm in the back seat, except not this back seat. My dad's driving, and I'm behind, just me, mom, brother, and me. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't breathe, Dad. His dad's smoking like my mom, I think, was smoking at the same time.
Oh man, too?
Yeah. And so I'm like, Dad, can you like roll the window down? And I remember him thinking, he's like, Jesus Christ, now or I said, well, soon if you could. And he's like, for like 1 second, he rolled it down just to get like enough smoke out, and then put it back up again. I said, no, Dad, I'm gonna throw up. Can you just like leave the back windows down? He's like, no, I'm driving with the windows down. It makes the car sound weird. I can't do that. I said, well, can you just not smoke for like? Yeah, it does. It makes it weird. Makes it humble, it's a rumble thing. So I said, can you just maybe not smoke for like the next couple miles? And he's like, literally, he looks back at me like, no, I'm not going to go the next couple miles without smoking. You're just going to have to take it. And I'm like, I never forget that. Like, just the worst sick feeling in the world. Smoke in a car.
Did they smoke in the house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My grandmother lived with us when we were little kids, and she smoked in the house.
Yeah.
And I never forget just going upstairs. You're like, oh, smells like a bar up here. You know what I mean? It's always cigarette
I always
smoke
smoked.
in the
My
house.
grandpa. No, see, but it was different too. My grandpas, they had two. One grandpa smoked cigars. And for some reason, maybe because there was so much, I liked the smell of a cigar over a cigarette, which most people can't believe that, because maybe there was just so much cigarette smell. But then my other grandpa smoked a pipe, and to this day, I smell a pipe, which you don't see anyone ever smoking a pipe anymore. I don't know if they have a pipe stores anymore, but you see like a cherry wood apple, just pipe smoke. It'll bring me right back to my grandpa's day. Just a good old cherry wood pipe. Man, I'd love that. And my mom, this is so disgusting. I'm like, I think better than the cigarettes. I could handle the pipe and the cigar.
I always liked. Did you ever go in those tobacco stores in the malls?
Yeah,
like it was always like that little Indian out front or whatever. You go in and get your. I always loved the smell of those.
I know.
I'm still not a big tobacco smoker. A cigar every blue moon, but there was a neighbor we had that would smoke a pipe. I forgot. I used to like to watch him with the and lighten it up at first. And it
we should bring that
good.
back, people. Let's bring pipes back.
Pipe tobacco back.
Little pipes. You know, the classy. Like, how's it going?
What was your? Did you ever smoke? Did you ever smoke? Never even tried it.
No. Well, I tried it one time, but that was it.
How old were you when you first tried it?
Probably 15.
Did you steal your dad's? Or?
No, my friend had some on the beach, and they were like, "You got to try it." I said, "What are you fucking smoking?" Like, it was weird. My best friend was like, he's like, "No, it's cool. Try one." And I remember just, oh fuck, no, not mine. And same with going back to like being a wrestler. The only thing I tried one time and I threw up within seconds was dip. I was on the baseball team for a year, so they're all in the dugout doing dip, and I literally, again, I have good memory. I remember like it was yesterday. I said, a guy goes, "Here, I'll give you a pinch," and I said, "No, just give me a leaf, not a pinch of it, just one leaf." So you get like that. I said, "Just that," and I just put that leaf. It's nice, big as, and I went, I just vomited. I was like, it was just a leaf of it. It was just the most vile thing in the world. But that's just me.
We would. There was a lot of guys on the team that would do it for wrestling if they were just like a half a pound over, just a water spit. We'd wear overcoats and run the gym real quick. And be like, worst thing you could do for yourself, remember what you made weight. You're like, yeah. Oh, dude, thank you for this. I really do appreciate you staying and making this happen. Please promote everything you'd like.
Thanks for staying awake.
Yeah, princess, you're working hard, girl.
We're at the Luxor for the next 6 years, every night but Sundays. And then we're going to hit the road and do some road shows in California. God, I don't know. There's a couple films that are coming out. I just don't know when. There's an episode of Hacks on HBO that's coming out. Pretty funny. It's a stretch. I play Carrot Top. But,
you get to play yourself?
I play myself, but it's a great scene. It's a great scene. They have me in this, which is fun about television. They put me up in this the house in the middle of, I don't know. So the camera comes in on this mansion. 80,000 square foot home. And it's supposed to be my house, so they knock on the door and I'm open the door in my robe, and it's a funny scene. So all I can wait for is when that comes out. People are like, "You fucking live in that house?" That's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get.
Hey, can I borrow some money?
God, dude, you live in that fucking house of yours? I'm like, it's a TV show. That's not really your house? Not really my house. So that's going to be fun because people will see that and they're like, "Told you fucking carried something loaded." It's not my house. It's television. It's not my house.
Dude, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As always, Ryan Sickler on all your social media. Come see me on tour. Tickets are available at ryansickler.com. We'll talk to y'all next week.